What's going on, everybody? Jay the Black here. I'm back with another video. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Make sure that you like this video. This particular topic is about a female who has been sentenced to a year in jail or year in prison for lying and destroying the lives and reputations of two Sacred Heart football players because she accused them of assault. Okay. Now, this is according to the CTpost.com. It says a Long Island woman accused of making up rape allegations against two Sacred Heart University football players to curry favor with a prospective boyfriend was sent to prison today. Jury selection was about to begin in the case when 19-year-old Nikki Yovino instead decided to accept a plea deal that could mean she will serve a year in prison. The case that had charged up the community ended in a whimper. Yovino agreed to a plea deal before the Superior Court Judge Maureen Dennis to 2 counts of second-degree falsely reporting an incident and 1 count of interfering with police. All 3 charges are misdemeanors. So this is something I think needs to happen more often, because what you're seeing is people using this Me Too movement in order to falsely accuse. Now, false accusations have been going on way before the Me Too movement, but people are utilizing it even more now, and they're being found out to be liars, but they're not getting convicted. They're not being put in front of a judge in this situation, except for this woman. It says, we are prepared to go to trial on the original felony charge, but after lengthy discussions with all 3 parties involved and considering all outside factors, this was an appropriate deposition that will hopefully set a precedent about how serious the state takes this conduct, Senior Assistant State Attorney Tatiana Messina told the judge. The important thing is that the victims are happy with the deposition, added Assistant State's Attorney Emily Trudeau. I think those guys want their reputations back. They want to be cleared. They could care less if she served time in jail as long as people know the truth, that she's a liar and a deceiver. Yovino drummed her thumbs on the table in front of her as Messina read out loud the arrest warrant affidavit. In the case behind Yovino sat her mother, dabbing her eyes with the tissue. Are the facts as stated basically correct? The judge asked Yovino at one point. Yes, Yovino replied. Under the plea bargain, Yovino will be sentenced August 23rd to 3 years suspended after she serves 1 year in prison and followed by 3 years probation. So she's basically getting a slap on the wrist. She'll serve a year in jail, if that. Then subsequently 3 years probation or 2 years probation. Yes, Yovino said, you understand you will be serving 1 year in jail, the judge asked. Yes, Yovino said, nodding. The judge increases Yovino's bond to $99,000, an amount Yovino's lawyer Ryan O'Neill says she will not post and will therefore get credit for time she has served by the sentencing hearing. Yovino glanced back at her mother as judicial marshals secured her hands behind her back with handcuffs and led her out of the courtroom. So she got a nice perk walk, which she earned. See, this is what happens now. When you lie and make up stuff in the wrong state, this is what can happen to you. I want women to look at this who find themselves wanting to lie and make up shit. You're not always going to get away with it. And in this situation, she's being held accountable for being a liar. All this happened because she wanted to get the attention of a dude. Falsely accusing somebody of assault just to get the attention of another man. Do you know how dysfunctional and mentally screwed up this chick has to be? How mentally unstable she is? This chick is clears a clear sign of mental illness. That doesn't mean that makes up for what she has done. This was a very difficult decision for Nikki and a sad day for her and her family, O'Neal said later. She will now begin the process of healing and rehabilitation as she awaits her final sentence. Police said Yovino claimed she was assaulted by 2 young men in a bathroom during an off-campus party. However, pressed 3 months later about inconsistencies in her statement, Yovino admitted she had made the allegations up. Police said, I made a video on that. She made them up like it was very, very quickly after that. After the players had been kicked off the team and kicked out of school, you know, lives ruined, reputations ruined. And then she wanted to come clean. On October 15, 2016, police were dispatched to St. Vincent's Medical Center for a sexual assault complaint. Police said Yovino told them she had attended a Sacred Heart football club party the night before at a house at Lakeside Drive here. Police said the team claimed the 2 men pulled her into the bathroom in the basement of the house. I don't want to be in here. I don't want to do anything. My friends were waiting for me outside. Let me go outside. Police said she claimed she told the men. Police said she continued by saying the men held her down and each took a turn sexually assaulting her. Police said both men admitted having sex with Yovino in the bathroom, but it was consensual. Detective Roberto Cotto Jr. questioned Yovino again 3 months later at her Long Island home. She admitted that she made up the allegations of sexual assault against the football players because it was the first thing that came to mind, and she didn't want to lose another male student as a friend and potential boyfriend, according to the arrest warrant affidavit. I want y'all to take a look at that. A friend and a potential boyfriend. So it lets me know that that was a guy who she was friends with, you know, a dude that was in the friend zone, that she was looking to date. But in the meantime, she's going to go to these off-campus football parties where she sleeps with all these football players, and she felt bad about that, and maybe she thought that he would find out, and so she wouldn't look bad in the situation and just admit that she's a slur. She decided to go and make up these trumped up allegations. She stated that she believed when the other male student heard the allegation, it would make him angry and sympathetic to her, or maybe he had her in the friend zone. Frank Riccio II, who represents the 2 former football players, said both are considering suing Yovino. While this deposition does not replace that which the boys lost, it does send a powerful message that lying about a serious incident carries serious consequences, Riccio said. And this according to the ctpost.com. Yes, it should send a powerful message. When you lie and you make up things and you destroy people's lives and careers and reputations, we're seeing it going on right now with this Me Too movement, you should be arrested, you should be convicted, and you should be sent away because you have destroyed these guys' reputations. They can never get that back. They can't. There's no way they could ever be let near that campus. Not because they've done anything, just because of the allegation. And I believe these football players were black. So you have that element as well. This is why it was so easy for her to say what she said. And that's why a lot of you brothers got to be careful. You have to be careful. Men in general have to be careful, but especially us, because you look at people pointing the finger. It's 9 times out of 10 they black, you know, especially if they're athletes. But anyway, you got to be careful out here, man, because these chicks are indiscriminate about falsely accusing you, and we have to look at these examples and say that, you know what, maybe there is justice out there. You know, maybe we can be heard. Maybe people will understand the position that we're in as men and the fact of what we have to deal with, and the fact that we can't even hug a female without her claiming that we're harassing them. We can't even look at a female a certain way without people saying, well, you know, the way you're looking at her, it's kind of weird and creepy, you know? You sort of almost have to be in a group of people in order to be around women these days, because you don't want anybody to think that you did anything to any particular female. And this situation lets you know that maybe there is justice out there. And it seemed like that particular area they must have it right. You had the detective who went back and questioned her 3 months later. You have the judge and the district attorney. Everybody there was upset with her and her lies and her deception. And it seemed like they weren't quick to take her side. The school, on the other hand, they took her side. They believed her. They threw away these guys' football careers, college careers, off of an accusation when there was really no proof. And you can tell that those local police did not believe her, or they probably thought about it after they questioned these guys and say, wait a minute, these guys, I don't think these guys did what she's saying they were doing. And the fact that they went and they were able to question her again and find out that she was lying lets me know that that school acted very irrationally, and they acted off of perception, and they didn't want the perception that they have, an assault culture going on there at their university. And I think that this should serve as a lesson, man. Like, you really have to have all the facts before you make judgments. And what we see nowadays is that people tend to go off of accusations instead of, having facts to back things up. So hopefully this situation shows people that you're not always gonna get away with lying and making things up about people. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.